out. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you today about some of the things you need to do to help yourself pass the test. It's extremely important that you listen to me and you analyze what I'm trying to teach you, because when you listen, you're going to be more successful. When you get into the car, you need to trust your instructor. I'm here to teach you. I'm not here to argue with you. Instructors are people who care about others. School teachers, police officers, bus drivers. We care about people. This is why I'm an instructor. Don't start telling the instructor his or her job. We don't want to hear that. We want to teach you. We want to guide you. We want to help you. A good instructor will take the time to show you where the gas and brake is, to show you how you're supposed to use your foot. You're supposed to pivot your foot between the brake and gas. You don't pick up your foot and put it back down. If you do, you're going to end up punching the brake and punching the gas. Foot placement is extremely important. Don't wear thick shoes. If you wear thick shoes, you're going to end up slamming the brake, will get rear-ended, and you're going to slam the gas. The car will just take off. This is going to scare you and your instructor. So don't do that. Next, your instructor will get you into the vehicle. You have to adjust your center mirror, your side mirrors. So when you're looking straight ahead, you want to adjust your driver's side mirror so you can see a little bit of the car. And then your passenger side mirror, you want to adjust that. So when you're driving, eyes should see eye movement. We have to know where our blind spot is. I'm pointing to it by the back window. You won't be able to see it in your mirror. Again, your instructor is trying to help you. Listen to him or her. So after I show you where the mirrors are, I'm going to show you how to put the car in gear. I'm in the United States. 90% of our cars are automatics, but I can drive a manual too. Anyway, some cars have a push to start. Some cars do not. Many students look amazed when you give them the key. They're not used to putting the key into the ignition and then turning it. In fact, I'm going to show it to you. This is the key. You put this into the ignition. I give this to students and they're like, oh my God, what is this? Yes. You always have to have your foot on the brake, because sometimes when you start the car, it will lunge forward. And if your car lunges forward, you could lose control. It's very scary. A good instructor will get you into a parking lot where there's not a lot of traffic, where you're learning how to have your hands at 9 and 3, 10 and 2. I'm going to show you another picture. You got to have your hands at 9 and 3, 10 and 2. It varies from person to person. Each of us are a little bit different in how we hold the steering wheel. So what I need you to understand is be patient. Listen to your instructor. I like students to ask questions. This way I know you're meaningfully engaged. When I teach someone how to drive, I go from a defensive driving standpoint, because I know I have a beginner, I have someone who's scared, I have someone who's very, very nervous. So I look at what the car is doing. I see you, I'm aware of you, I'm supporting you. But my job is to give us safety and us security. Give us a fighting chance. Why? A lot of people on the road don't want to see us out on the road. I'm being very honest. They don't want to see you learn how to drive. You're going too slow. You turn on the wrong blinker. You slam the brakes. So I have all this to deal with as your instructor. But I show you that love and support. Why? I want you to be successful. So we get into the parking lot, we work right turns, left turns, we're going around the light poles. I want to see good hand over hand in, good hand over hand out. Sometimes beginning drivers make really wide turns, like across the parking lot. Or they make short turns, they're almost going to hit the pole. So what I do, I just turn the wheel. I'm not an instructor that grabs the wheel and takes your womanhood or takes your manhood, right? Because I know you're learning. And right around that third lesson, you're going to feel really comfortable. The first lesson, you're going to be so nervous. And if you're squeezing the wheel really tight, like it's your life, you won't be able to turn the wheel. I want you to relax. So I tell dad jokes because I'm a dad. I'll tell car jokes, any type of joke to make you feel comfortable. So comfort is so important. You will be overwhelmed. You will be so nervous. One time I had a young man, he was sweating so bad, water was dropping, sweat was dropping from the steering wheel. I said to myself, oh my God, what is going on? So I had to really relax this person. And I did. So we drive around the light poles, making rights and lefts, really working on that figure eight. And then I get you into a neighborhood, which is usually across from the driving school. Just depends on our location. And then I show you how to make right turns. You got to turn in your blinker. Hear that sound? And then you have to look to the right. If you don't look, I know we're going to crash. If we're making a left, I should see you turn your head. If you don't look, I know we're going to crash. So I have to teach you that skill to look where you're going. And that's part of my job. Good instructors teach you, show you, and they give you real life examples. If your instructor is old and crabby and impatient, you're not going to learn. If your instructor has less than 5 or 7 years of experience, they might just say, here are the keys, jump in. You're not going to learn. I'm in the middle of my journey. So I'm going to tell you real life jokes, and we're going to keep it real. Do you have a job? How's your family? Where are you at in school? So we build those instant relationships because open your hand, my life is in your hand. So if you don't listen to me and you run a light, we're going to crash and get hit. Thankfully, that hasn't happened to me because I'm really careful about those situations. And speaking of that, left hand turns. Intersections are the most dangerous place. Your instructor should be guiding you. Okay, I want you to go 3/4 of the way into the intersection. Stop. Wait for traffic. Wait for your turning arrow. Wait for it to be clear. And you have to support your students. Why? Some students may completely miss the gas. Whiff. You just whiffed. You didn't hit the gas. A truck is coming. I'm saying to myself, oh my God, a truck is coming. So I'm trying to scramble and say, please push the gas, please push the gas. You feel me? So you have to push the gas. If you don't, we won't go. So I never scream. I try not to panic. Inside, my heart's pounding a little bit. But because I've been through this so much, I try to relax. So we make left turns. We make 12 right turns. We make 12 left turns. You have to know how to turn left. Real life is out on the street. We start in neighborhoods, making 12 right turns, 12 left turns. I take you in down to the end of the block. Okay, look left, make a left turn, look right. Don't look down at the steering wheel. Here's your steering wheel. You will look down. You will look at your foot. Don't do that. We're going to crash. Look ahead where you want to go and aim high. A lot of beginners say, how do I know when to turn the wheel? When the front end is even with the curb. If you turn too short, you're going to go over the curb. The car's going to jump the curb. It's going to scare you. My heart's going to pound. And when the car jumps the curb, the car jumps up. And guess what? You hit the gas pedal. And guess what? We hit a pole. We hit a bush. We hit a tree. It's scary. Listen to your instructor. Let's talk about you pulling out and making that right turn. Turn into the nearest lane. Beginning drivers make wide right turns. I call it a school bus turn. All of you been on a school bus or a city bus or whatever type of bus. Buses make wide turns. We are a car. Turn into the nearest lane. Lane. Keep your turn short. Turn hand over hand in. When you're out of the turn, then accelerate. I never say hit the gas because what will you do? You'll hit the gas and the car will jerk and then you'll panic. So I always say squeeze the gas, squeeze the brake very smoothly. I'm very consistent. And if your instructor makes a mistake, he or she used to say, I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry, Shaquavia. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Good instructors are honest and open and they tell you, hey, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Can we make a right at the next street? Your instructor should never be screaming at you. They should be caring. They should be loving, giving you that support. When you're in here learning how to drive, you want to ask so many questions. It amazes me that drivers are just so quiet. Like, I'm here to help you. I'm an extreme extrovert. I want you to pass, but you have to show me you can drive. DRIVE. And I will show you. I take you in downtown areas, really small, narrow streets, similar to our brothers and sisters in the UK, right? Where we're going through S turns, we're making right turns, we're making left turns. And roundabouts, yeah, baby, we go through roundabouts too. Why? Because I know when you prepare for your road test, you're going to go in a lot of different areas. So you have to know how to deal with roundabouts. You come up, you yield, you look left and right. If you're making a right turn at the roundabout, you turn on your right turn signal. If you're going straight through, you go straight through. You have to communicate your intention. Good instructors will give you a perspective of the situation coming up. Then we'll be quiet and let you learn. It's a balance. If an instructor talks too much, you're overwhelmed. If they don't talk enough, you're not supported. So it's a balance. It takes time. Let's talk about you merging on the expressway. Number one, your heart is pounding. My heart's pounding. Most beginning drivers go too slow on the ramp. Okay? They go too slow on the ramp. What I need you to do is push that gas pedal, get that car to about 45 or 50 and hold that gas. I can't tell you how many times I see a semi-truck coming. Here's the mirror. I see a semi-truck coming and my heart's pounding. We're going 25 miles an hour. That's scary. We're going 25 miles an hour and there's a semi-truck. We have to push our foot. We have to get the car up above 60 miles an hour. Because I'm here in the United States and we love our track hawks. We love our Mustangs. We love our Hellcats. We love our Charger wide bodies. We love our Scat Packs. We love our Ram 1500s. Okay, we love our fast, quick cars. And most people are going 70, 75, 80. They don't have time to be messing with us. So get on the gas, do yourself a favor, get up to the legal speed limit. And I get you right into the first lane. And I'm smiling, you're smiling, and it takes about 15 minutes. Don't think you can just get on and off. You don't know what to do. Downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, downtown LA, that'll spit you up and rip you out. Good instructors will take you into high traffic areas to teach you. If you haven't been into a downtown area yet, you really haven't learned how to drive in that volume of traffic. Pedestrians are walking right out on you. And speaking of pedestrians, most pedestrians are hit because they walk out in unexpected areas, parking lots. If I'm backing up right now and I don't look out of my back window, we're getting ready to hit a car. And you look at me like, what am I doing wrong? Most of you would just look in your mirror. I'm going to show you. Most of you would just look in the mirror. You will run over someone. Turn your head and look out of your back window, just like I'm looking. You see that person? Yeah. You have to look out of your back window. And if you don't look out your back window, you're going to run over someone. So a lot of beginners, they're so stuck on the mirror. Look, if I have a backup camera, so what? Look out of your back window. Okay? And it's really important that you understand that. Again, go back to that defensive driving mindset. Are we driving defensively? Are we making good judgments? Okay? Most beginning drivers drive 5, 10, 12 under the limit. Baby, it's rush hour. People are angry. They're tired. They're mad. Not at us. They're mad. So we're trying to do everything possible. The speed limit is 45. You're doing 30. Push the gas, get up to speed. Do yourself a favor, because once you learn speed control, you're going to start making lights. I'm going to give you another tip. I'm a state certified driving instructor, and I'm proud of that fact. And I keep working to elevate. The tip, please, drive at the speed limit. If you drive under the speed limit, 7, 12, you're going to either have to slam brakes, we'll get rear-ended, or you're going to have to run a yellow light. Both are dangerous. Don't put me in danger. I had one young man, he ran the first yellow light. I'm like, He ran the second yellow light. I'm like, uh-oh. He ran the third yellow light. Stop. Pull over. We're switching drivers. Don't drive under speed. You're going to put us in danger of getting hit. You're going to put yourself in danger of getting hit by other cars. People run lights all the time. If the speed limit is 45, drive at 45. If the speed limit is 55, drive at 55. But I'm scared. I'm nervous. I get it. I'm here with you too. And it's my job to calm you down, to give you that support, because I really enjoy doing this. And if you've been taking the time to look at me and watch my content, you know, wow, he cares. I'm learning how to drive before I learn how to drive. Or if you're already a driver, you're going to be a better driver. And I always try to elevate and get better. Thank you, Deion Sanders. You either elevate or terminate. I'm trying to elevate and get better. So you have to drive at the speed limit. Running lights is dangerous. And if you get comfortable, I'm going to have to talk to you. Hey, Shaniqua, you know what you did? No. And you really don't know. I have to tell you this. And if we need to get out of the car, go to an intersection and look at it a few minutes, every third or fifth car runs a light. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. Don't run lights. And on your road test, if you run it, automatic failure. I've given you some tips. I've given you some tricks. If this brought you value, give it a thumbs up. Next time I come on, I will give you the next phase. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Drive at the speed limit. Bye.